the incident with Lee Murray. Could you tell us your version of it?
Oh, Tito Ortiz, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tito. Tito was on one of my podcasts, not the Conspiracy Farm, but one of my other podcasts that I used to do. And at the end of it, I basically spelled it out how it all went down, and he really didn't argue with me on air when we were recording. His account is obviously pretty flawed because he got KO'd by Lee Murray. So just tell you that. But one of Tito's good buddies, and I was friends with Tito at the time, so I had no reason to lie. I wasn't going to tell any lies about it. But Bo, his buddy, real nice guy. I felt horrible for him. Came out. We came out of the nightclub in London, and Bo jumped on my back, and he put me in a rear choke. But he wasn't choking me. I knew he wasn't serious, and I kind of almost knew it was him, just because I'd been hanging out with him all night and joking around and stuff. So one of my fighters, Tony Fricklin, thought that Bo was actually choking me. So Tony ripped him off my back, and I could tell he got ripped off my back by the way I got tugged backwards. And then right away I turned around, and there's Tony and Bo face to face like this in front of me. And Tony's going, what the F are you doing trying to choke my coach? And right when Bo wanted to say something back to him, Paul, Lee Murray's buddy, Paul was the one that was one of the guys in part of the so-called biggest bank heist in world history. Paul, out of nowhere, who's a big dude, with a running start, blasted Bo with the right hand and launched him. And the alley blew up into a huge fight. So I'm standing there going, holy shit, I can't believe this is all happening. All out of a total misunderstanding. So Tony hadn't hit anybody and didn't hit anybody. I wasn't hitting anybody, but I watched Tito come running from my left, and he was doing this and ripping his jacket off, his leather coat off. And as he was running forward, I looked to my right, and there's Lee Murray backing up, doing the same thing, taking his coat off. As soon as their coats hit the ground, Tito threw a combo at Lee. Lee ducked out of the way of everything. I don't even think Lee was drinking that night, so it was an unfair fight to begin with because Tito was hammered like I was. But Lee got out of the way of all the punches, threw a 5-punch combo back at Tito. Every punch landed. Very hard punches, and Tito went down, landed on his face unconscious. And Lee started to punt him in the head with his steel-toed boots on. And now I'm friends with Tito at the time, and I also train Lee Murray, so I'm friends with him. So I don't want to see this. The fight's already done with, essentially. And I grab Lee and I say, stop, dude, get out of here. So he goes, all right, Pat, see you later. And he takes off. So him and his boys leave. And I don't know, 25, 30 British cops show up in the alley. All the bobbies with their tall, cop hats on. And they've got literally, some of them have fire extinguisher sized OC canisters. They're going to spray the entire alley down with pepper spray. And I say, who's in charge here? And one of them says, I am. And I go, maybe you don't understand how full of professional fighters, but if you start spraying them with pepper spray, you're going to have some serious problems on your hands. You're going to piss off some really scary people. And he goes, all right, you're in charge of clearing out the alley then. So I started telling everybody, get back to the hotel. And we got everybody out of there without getting everybody OC pepper sprayed and everything else. But what ended up happening out of the thing is Dana White calls me, starts yelling at me, what the F? You guys jumped Tito with your British buddies and all this other stuff. You guys beat him up. And I go, whoa. I didn't punch anybody. I didn't do anything. Tony didn't do anything. Tito got knocked out fair and square. He went after Lee. Lee knocked his ass out and kicked him in the head a couple times, and I saved Tito's ass by telling Lee to stop. So I don't know what you're talking about. And he said, well, I'm going to get the surveillance tape of that alley, and then we're going to find out what happened. And then I said, good, make a copy for me, because I'm not lying. And nothing ever happened to that. Besides, nothing ever came of it. The tape never made it anywhere on YouTube or anything like that, obviously, probably because I was telling the truth. And also at the same time, the thing that pissed me off is Tito's lies caused a massive division between Dana White and I. It cost me a lot of money. It cost me a good relationship with Dana, and kind of started a war for me because one of my fighters lost his contract. Tony Fricklin lost his UFC contract because Tito lied about that whole thing, and it was very bothersome. So I forgive Tito for that. I think that the truth has come out. I think enough people that were there. Chuck Liddell will tell you exactly the same story. He was there knocking people out left and right, trying to save his own ass because he had people coming after him. So anyway, that's how it went down. And Tito can say anything he wants to the contrary, but I watched it all happen.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.